One, you're listening to Morning Mayhem here on Piper Peach Radio. Teresa and Mike on this Christmas Eve.
All right, we almost there.
Almost there. And I stayed up till about 12:30 last night wrapping presents, so I wouldn't have to do it today. And let me just say, my butt has no business being in the floor trying to wrap presents. And I was trying the kitchen table, but it just wasn't working. I have one of those, I guess they call it the bar height, counter height tables. It just wasn't working out for me. So I just got in the floor. I fought the dog and the cat. I had some little name tags, and they have like a little string with a little bell on them.
Uh-oh.
And the cat kept coming over trying to play with that.
You'll find one of those around March
Uh-huh.
sometime.
Exactly. So I kept trying to shoo her away, and you don't want cat hair on the tape and stuff. And look, my wrapping is, it's not the best anyway.
Average?
Below average. And the problem is, when you got all these elements coming into play, it makes you even worse. And I'm not good at guesstimating how much paper I need to cut off and all that stuff. And I'm not the kind of, look, I'm sorry. I know there are some people that are meticulous, and every present is wrapped with love, and every crease and everything is measured out just right. That is not me. I wrap willy-nilly. And if I take off too much paper, it's too bad. You're getting all the paper. And I'm going to figure out how to roll it up and tape it down somehow. And so that's what a lot of that ended up being. I got so tired of being in that floor and getting up and down, and it just got to be too much. I finally just started searching out gift bags, and started throwing stuff in gift bags.
That's the greatest invention ever is the gift bag.
It's called the lazy way to wrap.
So how are you doing? Are you about finished?
I'm done.
You're done. Well,
Yeah,
then,
I'm done.
hey, that's worth celebrating. That's
done.
worth staying up to 12:30.
One grandkid, I ordered their stuff, and it says that it's going to arrive today. If it does not, by the time I get home, I'm going to have to figure out an alternate plan.
So, Teresa, are you one of those folks that likes to unwrap their presents and preserve the paper for next year?
Not the paper, no. Bags and boxes, yes.
Okay.
I am a box saver, and I'm a bag saver. Ask my kids. I'll be like, you're not taking that bag. Like, you got to bring your own bag to my house to take your gifts away in. And actually, my daughter had one of my bags. She gave it to me about a month ago. And I said, I've been looking everywhere for this bag. This is one of those good bags like you get at TJ Maxx or something. It don't tear up bag.
Yeah.
Not the paper bag. It's
one you can use for several years.
Yes.
Right.
And she had that. And I was like, I don't even remember. Apparently, I gave her permission to take it last year, which is so unlike me. I can't imagine that I would
She
do
may
that.
have snuck it out, and
Probably.
you just missed it.
Probably. That's what I just I can't imagine me giving permission for that. As crazy as I am about that. Like I am that mom. Look, I'm like, y'all help, come on. Let's decorate the tree together and make a family night out of it. As I direct them where to place each ornament. So finally, after a while, they just quit helping. We gathered around the tree to watch Mom decorate because they was like, well, why don't you put that one a little further up? Because they always wanted to collect them all in one spot. And looking back, I should have just let them stay where they were.
Yeah,
It was not that big a deal. Why did I act like that? It was just it's an ornament. It's a tree. I don't know. I should have, or something. If I could go back and redo a lot of stuff, I would. Especially in the parenting, because I was so laid back about some things, but then, anal retentive about other
uptight
things.
about others.
Oh, yeah, and it's the stuff that I was uptight about that doesn't make any sense,
Well, my wife is the big rapper in our household. My daughter is my rapper, my designated rapper. I just come. She knows I'm going to come to her Christmas Eve or Christmas Day or Christmas Eve day.
Oh my gosh!
And
You're a
say,
last minute guy.
Oh no! I have just about 24 gifts to buy between now and Christmas, so we're good. That's plenty of time. How much time do you need? when you have a list, I mean.
Well, I mean, you
You
have
have
to
a
have
mission,
list,
right?
but have you tried going into any of these places? Because yesterday evening I attempted that, and I was very overwhelmed, very aggravated by the time I left. So not in the Christmas spirit. I lost my Christmas spirit in the Alabaster shopping complex somewhere between, oh, I don't know, Dick's Sporting Goods and Ross, because I had been to every single store trying to find one more thing for the middle kid, because when I got to looking, I realized somehow I overlooked, trying to keep it even Steven money
Right.
wise and all. I very much underdid hers. And I was like, well, I can't, this is no, I
Well, you
gotta
had to
do.
fix that.
And I know what she likes, and I was in search of that. Could not find it. Could not find it. So I found something else that I think she'll like pretty well. But I also just, here's the receipt. If you don't like it, take it back.
Maybe
I'm just to the
expand
point,
her
yeah. I'm like,
preferences.
she lives in Florence. The chances of me seeing her in this particular thing are zero, unless she happens to wear it when I'm visiting. So if she takes it back, I'm not going to know.
Get mom to take a pic. Share it with you.
She wore it and then she took it back. And I can't say that.
She tried it on, and
But yeah, I went everywhere. She likes that anime stuff, and I was trying to find. She liked particular cartoons, and I was trying to find a graphic tee that went along with that. And the problem was I tried to find that without going to Leeds at Grand River where Hot Topic is, or to the Galleria in Hoover where Hot Topic is. And instead I tried to find it locally. They were picked. Matter of fact, I couldn't believe, I went into Target and I could not believe how much stuff they don't have in certain departments.
it's
I
been a
was
Merry
like,
Christmas for our
this
retailers. That's
well, I mean,
good.
it's not even that. It's just that it's small. Like the area is small, so there's not a lot to choose from. I don't know. It's like I don't like shopping at Target anyway because I feel like they're very overpriced. But I also they have a Starbucks in there, and I thought, well, maybe they'll have some little coffees. I can get some little pods of coffees and different flavors. Didn't have that. I was just,
Huh.
well, I was frustrated by the time I left up out of there. And every store I went into was absolute, utter chaos in there. Like, people can't just take a hanger and move it. No. They got to snatch it, and then the clothes go flying off, and they leave them in the floor, get stepped on. People roll over them with the buggies. And I'm trying to be, good Samaritan. I'm picking up stuff, putting it on the hanger,
I do
hanging
that
it back
too.
up. And
Yeah.
I'm like, why am I doing this? But
Because you're a nice person. You were
because I don't
raised
want to
right.
see it run over by a buggy. That's why.
Well, that too.
I don't want to see it stomped on. That could be somebody's future Christmas present. So I don't want to
That's
see
right.
it stomped on. It just bugs me.
Doesn't want to start off in the washing machine.
No, it's no fun at all. All right, it's 7:10. We're gonna thank our morning show sponsors. We can tell I stayed up too late. Thank you to Chilton Mobile Home Supply, Julie Holderfield, and Country Financial Insurance, Central Alabama Wellness, Coca-Cola. Mike Baker, he's on here. He says he's not a rapper either. He's not a rapper, or you're not a
He's
rapper.
married. Yeah, I bet he's married to a good rapper.
He probably is, if I had to guess. Well, you already busted into yours?
I did. I'm sorry. I couldn't wait. You go ahead.
You don't know how this works yet, do you?
I'm learning, but I think if I drink on
I
the
don't think you.
drink on the air, that's a good thing.
Okay,
Can,
yeah,
can
that's
people
true. Just
on the
hold that
radio?
pen
Can
up.
y'all see me drinking?
Yeah, here we go, Mikey. A 1 and a 2 and a. Gee, I need this. And I had to get up. Finally, my head hit the pillow about 12:30, and I had to get up at 2 to fix hubby's lunch and all that stuff for him to go. And then I laid back down. My alarm went off, and I was not having it.
You weren't ready.
I said, "Oh, I just need 30 more minutes. Just give me that." And I was freezing when I tell you. And it's not super, super cold outside, but our house is. Oh my God! And I was under the covers shivering. I could not get warm.
Oh,
I put socks on. I changed into something a little warmer, and I got one of those covers, and I was just like this. I even let the dog get up next to me, and I never do that. I'm like, get away from me. Now I was like, I needed all the warmth I could get.
Get you some thermals.
Go to bed in thermals.
Well, there you go. That takes care of it, though.
Also, thank you to Chilton Chamber of Commerce, Larry Puckett Chevrolet, where they have the largest pre-owned inventory in the area. So before you go anywhere else and look for a new or pre-owned vehicle, please stop by and see Kurt and his team at Larry Puckett Chevrolet in Prattville. Thank you also to Putter Up in Pelham, where they now have memberships that you can buy. $14.99 gets you 2 rounds of putt-putt per month. $27.99 is unlimited for an individual. $65.99 is a family unlimited putt-putt for 2 adults and 2 kids, and you get 10% off drinks and snacks. I mean, you can't beat that. If you didn't go by there and get your Christmas stocking stuffers, then you need to do that quickly.
Let's play 36.
Let's do it. Also, thank you to Save More, Jake and his team, Clanton, Kalira, and Brent. Woods Surfside Marina. They are the home of your, I forgot the name of the boats that they do. What is a popular boat starts with a B? Help.
Sorry, not a great boater.
Oh, goodness. Anyway, that the boat starts with a B. It's really, really good.
We'll figure that out in a minute.
That's what they have. And they
Mention
are now, huh?
We'll mention it later when we find out. Figure it out.
They are now servicing Lay Lake and Lake Mitchell. So
expanded.
They don't, because we don't have one out here nowhere. Also, want to say thank you to Clanton Outdoors for they're going to give us a gift certificate to give away at some point, and I'm thankful for that. El Metate, they help make our we'll talk about that in a minute, but they help make our Christmas giveaway possible. And also Market 22. Let me tell you about Tavante and his wife at Market 22. They have been they opened up not too long before Thanksgiving, and they have helped this community out. They came out like gangbusters. They gave away it was turkeys and some hams during Thanksgiving, and they did the same thing. They gave us
saw that
14 to give away. And we have helped so many families already with those. And it's people that, just needed a little help, just wanted, because have you priced a ham lately?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you've got a big family, that's a lot of money. So they've been so gracious to do some giveaways for those that are less fortunate. And I appreciate them so much. So I say that. So if you want, you're considered your local butcher, and they have meats and seafoods, and they have some pre-made stuff in there too, like scallop potatoes, twice baked potatoes, mac and cheese. It's pre-made. It's all you gotta do is pop it in the oven.
Right.
They make it themselves.
Clam chowder. They have all kind of things. Like you said, pre-made.
Mm-hmm. They had some gumbo. I want to say.
That's what I was gonna say. Seafood gumbo. We got some of that one time. It was fantastic.
Yeah, they've got all kind of stuff in there. It's small in there in the front where the store is, but they've got their butcher part in the back. But they've been amazing. So please, when we thank these sponsors, we want you to patron these businesses, because without them, we would not have a morning show, and we would have not been able to do our kind of sort of 12 Days of Christmas giveaway. If you were wondering who won. We had talked about it a little bit yesterday, but I got a whole list of.
Got all the winners?
I got all the winners. Hold on, I got it in here. This is my morning show folder, and it's not organized. So there you go. Let me see who we got. All righty. We got first day, Maria Dempsey won $100. Then Tanya Calder won. Shelby Heflin, Chastity Nolasco, Crystal Allred, Deanna Scott, Kathy Giles, Anna McMaster, and Courtney Rhodes. And then our $1,000 winner was Desiree Ward.
Woo-woo.
And let me tell you, Ricky, he watches, and he's a friend of the show, but he sends me stuff to talk about. He researches this stuff and sends it to me, and then I go through and I pick out the ones that I think will be good to talk about here.
Yeah.
He was in the final four, and Garrett eliminated him by accident because the Grinch made him pick between one name or the other. He had them, like that, and he drew it, and it was Ricky's. I know. And then my husband's work bestie was in the final 2.
Ooh, so close.
I know. And so, but Desiree Ward, and it just so happens Desiree is in the middle of planning a wedding, and she was about to cry because she was like, "This money is going to come in so handy to help me plan that."
We're planning a wedding ourselves right now.
For who?
For our daughter.
Whoa! All right.
Get married in March.
Really? Oh, that's not long away.
No, it's not.
Mm.
And is there any way I could win $1,000?
No.
I mean, that would really help me too.
Mm-mm.
No? Okay, well, never mind.
No. We thank you to Clanton Tractor, Country Financial, Suits Me, Farmers Home Furniture, McKinnon Toyota and McKinnon Nissan, Woods Surfside Marina, Clanton Outdoor, First Bank of Alabama, Chilton Mobile Home, Nowhere on 7th, and El Matate. All were the ones that made the giveaway possible. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it was. Without them, we wouldn't have been able to do it. So, all right, it is 7:18. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about some news headlines, and we're going to talk about that wedding.
Well, let's do that. I'd like to.
All right, you're listening to Morning Mayhem here on Power Peach Radio. Therese and Mike broadcasting live from the Clayton Tractor Studio. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Workout Anytime in Clanton is now open. Your fitness, your schedule. We have top-of-the-line treadmills and weights, but we are more than just a gym. We bring luxury and results to your fitness routine. Relax in our sauna. Recharge with red light therapy. Refresh in our hydro massage beds. Get that glow with unlimited tanning and push your limits with dynamic classes. Need guidance? Our personal trainers are here to help you set your goals, stay motivated, and get real results. This is your space, your time, your transformation. Open 24/7. Workout Anytime, now open in Clanton.
Traditions come and go, but excellent service and compassionate care are benchmarks in any era. That's what Ellison Memorial Funeral Home is committed to providing you, whether through the pre-arrangement process or seeking services at your time of loss. Ellison Memorial offers a noticeable level of care and attention to detail. Others do not. So before making a decision based on yesterday's traditions, experience the Ellison difference when it comes to your loved one's final arrangements. You'll be glad you did. Call us today at 205-280-4600. Ellison Memorial Funeral Home, setting the new standard in local funeral service excellence. We are always here when you need us.
Underage drinking is deemed by many adults to be a rite of passage. Parents who host parties for youth may think they are being protective, but they are actually putting their youth at risk of physical and social consequences. Know the truth. Underage drinking and social hosting is a bad mix. For more information, contact Central Alabama Wellness, 205-651-0077, or visit centralalabamawellness.org.
Chilton Mobile Home Parts and Supply is your go-to destination for top quality mobile home parts and supplies in Clanton, Alabama. Conveniently located at 14023 County Road 29, just 3 miles east of Thorsby. We offer a diverse inventory, including underpinning, doors, windows, faucets, tubs, setup supplies, and more. Our commitment to quality ensures you'll find the best solutions for your mobile home needs. Upgrade your space with stylish doors and windows. Enhance functionality with top-notch faucets and tubs. All conveniently available in one place. Visit us today or call 205-646-1949. Transform your mobile home with Chilton, where quality meets convenience.
It's 7:21. You're listening to Morning Mayhem here on Piper Peach Radio. Teresa and Mike broadcasting live from the Clayton Tractor Studio. Good morning, Susan. Thank you for watching and listening. I hadn't seen her in a hot minute. We went to school together.
Oh, good.
We were hair twins for a while. She had a haircut, and I went and got my haircut just like hers because I liked it, and I wore it that way for a while.
Hair twins.
Yes, we were hair twins.
A high compliment.
Yes. Before we get, well, we got several things we're going to talk about. One is that you said your daughter's getting married in March.
Yep.
That's an expense.
Oh my gosh. I'd heard all about it before, you know, how it cost families, but hey, you know, I just retired from my profession in last January. And the way we looked at it is that that's what I work for. That's what I save for, or part of what I save for. So,
a wedding?
Yeah, I'm just biting the bullet, and we offered them a bribe to elope, but they wouldn't go.
They wouldn't take it.
They wouldn't go for it.
Well, let me tell you, though, my wedding was that I had to my ex-husband. We had a wedding on $3,000. That was the budget. It wasn't the budget. That was just what we spent.
Right.
My dress I got on clearance. It was a $1,300 dress. It was on clearance for $300.
There you go. A bargain.
Yep. Got my little one's bride's or little flower girl dress. My daughter, my oldest daughter, she walked me down the aisle. So her dress, we got all of that. We got all the food, the decorations that we had to go out, like flowers and stuff like that, the cost of the pastor and stuff like that. Everything combined was only $3,000. And I say only because that sounds like a ton of money to people who don't have it.
Well, it is. It's a lot of money.
And it was a lot of money for us but at the time. But I will say that to me, in my opinion, the smaller weddings are just as good. And I just don't see now that I've been to a bunch of weddings that everybody go all out and spend $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 on these weddings. I would never do it. And if my kids ever thought that they were going to be able to do that on my dime, they are sorely mistaken because I figured out how to make it work. And I think,
oh yeah, there's lots of ways to make it work.
and I know you only get married once, and it's the bride's day and all that. I get all of that. I've been one. I know. When Jeff and I got married, straight to the courthouse. We skipped all of it. He was like, "We're just going to get married."
So that was about a $30 wedding.
Well, let's see.
What the license cost?
After the license, I don't know. I think the license cost like $75.
Okay, so. I don't remember.
See, yeah, and that was it. Signed the paper.
Yeah.
We're done.
Well,
she said, "Well, y'all are married," and I said, "Well, do you want to kiss the bride?" And he went, and he held my hand, and we walked out the door, and then we went back home, and I cooked dinner, and and that was our wedding. Yay!
Hey. But you're still married, so that's great. That's great.
We we've been married over a year now, and
well, that's good. Well, if it's over a year, then this should be your second Christmas together.
Well, actually, it's our third because we were dating.
Oh, okay. I got you.
We were dating. We got a Christmas. And
I guess
then
I meant
last year we got a Christmas.
It's husband
and
and
now we
wife.
get a Christmas
Right.
this year. So.
Well, Hannah is marrying a young man named Luke Mitchell. They met in kindergarten.
Oh.
And the story his mom likes to tell, as I understand it, is that he basically came home from school first day. And they were talking, and she said, "Well, how did it go? Did you make any friends?" He says, "Yeah." He said, "But I also saw the girl that I'm going to make my wife one day." And that was our daughter.
No,
and it's just one of those, it's just one of those, I don't know, storybook things. And they've been together all this time. She went to Auburn. He started out at Birmingham Southern, and we know what happened there, unfortunately.
Yes.
But he was able to finish. He just graduated a couple weeks ago from Sanford. And so they got engaged right at 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So this has been a long engagement.
Long engagement.
And a long distance engagement. But they have made it work. I'm so proud of both of them. They're getting married out at this place, this event center in Shelby.
Okay.
Called Henley House. And I don't mean to give them a plug, but it's a really cool venue.
Yeah, no, it's fun.
They got fishing ponds out there. Said, "Come on out and come fishing." I'm like, "Well, that's what I'm going to do before the wedding." But that and we've got dresses and we've got some hair appointments to get everybody looking good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't want to add it up yet, but it's gonna be a big expense, and we won't have any bar or anything. So I can imagine what that would probably add a sizable chunk if you wanted it. But we're excited. They've really we're really proud of them.
So they've never had another boyfriend or girlfriend.
Nope. It's just been. I mean, we got pictures of them at different parties throughout the years, and I don't know. They just clicked.
If y'all don't incorporate that into the wedding, shame on you.
I'll just have to see what I've got scheduled for the coordination. Actually, I have nothing to do with it.
I'm just saying, every table should have some kind of collage of some sort on the table. Of
That's a
pictures
good
from
idea.
them.
I don't know what we'll do. What's
or
the,
at least a
the,
heart somewhere that's got the different pictures made in a heart or something.
Yeah, we've done some of that.
I mean, if you need a wedding coordinator, I can. I'm cheap.
Okay. I think
I
we got
all these ideas.
It's a little late in the game
when
for that,
it's everybody
Trees.
else's money, I'm like, I can spend your money.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
fine.
It's a
I'm
little
not
late for
doing it
that,
me.
but I think we have all the positions filled. At least so
okay.
far, no one's had to
All right.
back out or anything. But that's coming up. I think it's March the 7th, so we're really excited about it.
Awesome.
My daughter likes to ask me, "Well, Dad, do you know when the wedding is?" And I'll just name off any date except the correct one, just to kind of poke her and irritate her
Absolutely.
a little bit.
You got to do that.
Yeah, that's right. And then, of course,
not?
I'll correct it. So March the 6th. No, I'm kidding. March the 7th. So, in case
I think that is so awesome. They've been together since
I know it.
kindergarten. That's one of those
pretty
stories
rare,
that a
isn't
bride
it?
magazine needs to pick up.
Pretty rare, isn't it?
That is. That's
Yep,
awesome.
Yep.
That is so adorable. We need to get them on the show.
Well, I'll see what I can do. They're both college students. So I don't know if they get up that early, but we'll see.
For a lot of people, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Bucky always says, y'all get up too early for my blood. He can, whenever he co-hosts, he's like, this is too early for me.
It's just like I never retired. I just get up at 5:30 and start my day.
Start it off.
Get going.
You said you went to Peach Country Theater too. When did y'all go?
We went last night.
Oh, tell me
Raynette
about
and
it.
I went.
I haven't seen a movie in there yet.
We went to see The Christmas Story.
Oh, did they have it there?
They did.
Oh, okay.
And the night before I wanted to go, but we couldn't on Sunday night, was It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
And have you been in there ever?
We went in there a couple of times
Okay.
while they were still in the process of getting everything done. I have not seen the completed project.
Well, I'll just say this. It is fantastic. We had a great time. I didn't know they had hot dogs, so I went all out, Teresa. I got the
You should have.
hot dog and popcorn, baby.
Yes.
That's what I got her. So anyway,
Merry Christmas.
but we had a good time. It was funny because when we got through, when the movie was over and we were leaving, my wife said, I know that movie is shown 24 hours a day during Christmas. You know that, right? The Christmas Story?
It's on one of them. On one of the stations. I don't know
TBS.
which
I think it's
one.
on two of them, actually.
But I would think that
They rotate them, or what am I trying to stagger them an hour apart so that you can,
take a break.
or you can catch up, if you need to.
But I would think that watching it on the big screen is always a different experience.
Oh, yeah. It was the first time I'd ever done that. But what she was telling me was that all the time that it's been on, all these years, 24 hours in a day, she believes that was the first time she'd ever sat down and watched it from the beginning to the end.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's what I do with Christmas Vacation. I've never sat and watched it from beginning to end. I've always caught it, right when it starts, and then I get busy, or I catch it in the middle, and then I get busy, or I caught the tail end, and I've never been able to piece it all together. That's one movie I've never seen. And another movie, it's not a Christmas movie, that I had done that with over the years. I can't tell you how many times. And I did, it overlapped a couple of times where I saw something that I remembered. But each time I watched it, I caught something that I didn't catch before. And so finally, when I was able to sit and watch this specific movie from start to finish all the way, things started clicking that I know would have not have clicked before.
Right.
Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, I love that movie.
I love that movie. can I tell you how much I love that movie? I do. I love it. I love Morgan Freeman. Love, 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 love him. And I just thought that was just an amazing movie. But there were things about the goings on that went on while he was there and things he did. It didn't dawn on me, or I didn't catch, even when I saw them, and then I accidentally saw the ending, without seeing everything all the way through together. I'd already seen maybe the first or the middle another time.
Yeah.
When I finally watched it all together, I was like, oh, okay. That I can imagine that when you're able to sit and just watch it all the way through like that, no interruptions, that you realize, oh, this is pretty cool.
I'll never forget in the warden's office,
Mm-hmm.
he has this picture, and it says, "Judgment cometh, his judgment cometh, and soon."
Mm-hmm.
And he just didn't realize how soon his judgment was
Exactly.
coming. But yeah, I love that movie. But being in that theater, literally, first time I'd seen a movie there, I mean, I'm not kidding, man. I was probably 5 or 6 years old. So we're talking 60 years ago. And it was quite an established theater long before that. Probably close to 100 years old. Or
Comparatively, from when it was, how it was when you were younger to now, is it similar or is it completely different?
gosh, I don't really remember.
Really?
I really wasn't paying attention to the theater too much. When I was going, I was trying to keep up with my brother, my older brother, who didn't want me there with him, because he was there with his buddies, usually on a Saturday morning matinee kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling a friend of mine yesterday about, because we were excited. I was excited about going because I had wanted to see their renovations, and like I said, it's fantastic. Considering, seriously, 15 years ago there was no roof. I mean, it was completely collapsed. So I mean, they've
That's
really
what
done
Kevin had said.
they've really done a fantastic job there. But what I do remember about going when I was 5 years old, that the movie had a cyclops in it. The one-eyed monster.
Uh-huh.
And so I was talking to this friend of mine yesterday, and we figured out it was probably a Sinbad movie because they had cyclops in their movies, or at least sometimes. But it was really cool. Like I said, the hot dog was fantastic. I will highly recommend that. Popcorn was fresh and a good soda, and we were set. Of course, I literally had mine finished about the time the previews were over. But it was good,
Yeah.
I mean, regardless of how long it took, it was very good. So
Yeah, I have heard.
I highly recommend it to our listeners and viewers.
I've heard nothing but good things about it too. And you know what? That's something else. You need a quick gift, real quick. Stop by and get just a gift certificate or gift card or whatever they're giving away for a couple of movie tickets. And
I
and
guess
they have
they do
a
that.
list.
I don't know.
I think they do, and
Yeah,
they
they
have
have
a
it.
list that's out on. They put it on their Facebook page. It tells you what's showing. But I don't remember. I knew some of the Christmas movies were going to be showing, but I've been so crazy, honestly. I'm to the point where I love Christmas is my favorite time of the year, but like right now, it just seems kind of rushed and crazy. And I don't feel like this year I got to, even though I started early, I don't feel like I got to enjoy it. It's like it's over before I'm ready for it to be over.
Right.
I'm just not, and I have this, I don't know, feeling like, why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do that? I should have taken more time for this or that. And I just, so I'm going to keep my decorations up until at least through New Year's.
Well,
So I can sit and,
I must make a confession. I usually get the outside lights done shortly after Thanksgiving. Well, this year I didn't do it until Sunday afternoon after church. And the reason,
like last week?
yeah, just like 3 days ago, 4 days
Oh,
ago.
no.
I know, it's terrible. I was shamed into it.
You
for
should have
doing it.
been.
My granddaughter, she asked her, she calls her Nene, her grandmother. She calls her Nene. She says, Nene, says, well, when is G-Daddy going to put the Santa Claus up this year? Because my father was a craftsman. I mean, he's still alive, but I mean, he doesn't craft anymore, but he could build just about anything.
Mm-hmm.
So he built us I will say, at least 15 feet tall Santa Claus.
Really?
I mean, pieced it together. It's solid. I mean, I've had it for almost 30 years.
And you didn't put it up.
Well, I did put it up, but not until, the word got back to me that my granddaughter was disappointed it wasn't up. So it's up, lights on. Had it on till like 10 o'clock. I mean, we live in a spot, Treese, where, you can't even hardly see our house from the road. So it's strictly internal enjoyment,
Yeah.
But she is one of those internal folks. So I'm glad to have it up, Victoria, and it's for you. And
Oh,
Merry
that's
Christmas.
so sweet, G Daddy.
I know. I don't know if I told you, I stole that from my brother. He has 6 grandchildren, and they all call him G Daddy. And I just said, hey, I'm gonna borrow that. I like that.
You thief.
Well,
have
hey,
your own.
all's fair in love and other things. So
Yeah. My sister is Gigi. Her name is Jeannie. So she's Gigi.
yeah.
And my name's Therese, and nobody can say it when they're little. So I said, y'all just call me. Well, my sister said, one day she goes, hey, Riri, come here. And I went, I like it.
Riri.
I think I'll keep it. The grandbabies can call me Riri. It's going to be so easy for them. And I meant her grandbabies because that's all I had for a while.
At that time?
At that time, I didn't realize she was calling me that derogatorily.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Think about Riri and what it could mean.
I'm sorry.
Something you
Don't.
call.
I'm not catching your hint.
You used to call people this all the time.
Oh, yes. It's
And you
politically
cannot-
incorrect.
Yes, you cannot say that word
They
now.
would be
You say that
mentally
word-
challenged.
Yes, you say that word now, and you will get flogged in public.
But that would be hard to say if you don't want your
I
grandchildren
cannot.
calling you
And
mentally
here's
challenged.
the thing: when I was a kid, I used to say that to my brother and sister all the time. You're so butter, and I would never. Wouldn't say that now if my life depended on it.
Right. Yeah.
And if I did say it, I'd have to look around.
The speech, the
but I
speech
wouldn't.
police
Yes.
come arrest you.
Yes, they would. But I didn't realize. So here I am walking around going, I'm a Riri. And my niece and my sister are going, you sure are.
Yeah, but you turned that around on
Yeah,
them,
I
right?
did. I turned it around. I flipped it. I made lemonade out of lemons.
There
honey.
you go. There you go. Exactly.
Oh, goodness. Good morning, Piper. Piper Peach Gospel. Who's that? Who is over there this morning? Who's doing Piper Peach Gospel? I wonder if it's the Mayos. Okay. Let's see. Oh, Mike says at the theater, hot dog, popcorn, and an ice cold Coca-Cola. Can't beat it.
That's right. That's what I had. My wife had a
Good morning,
Sprite, Mike,
Jamie.
so we kept it in the family.
Yeah. I think a lot of folks, because between now and I'd say 4th, 5th of January, a lot of people are going to have a lot of time off, and I bet that theater is going to be busy.
Well, there was quite a few folks there. It was Monday night, which is not exactly a hot night, but there was a lot of folks there. I was also going to add that one thing that kept me laughing, and my wife too, for that matter. There was a gentleman sitting in front of us, and he just had one of those contagious laughs, and he obviously loved the slapstick part of this. There's a lot of
yeah.
physical comedy in there where they're slipping and sliding and crashing into things. But he just had us I was laughing because he was laughing. And it wasn't irritating or nothing like that. In fact, it was so much fun. It made it so much better. But he really had he really enjoyed the movie, and he helped. I'm sure everybody in the theater, because it's not a huge place,
Right.
but I don't know how many. I don't know how many it holds. Maybe 200, because there's quite a few rows. And even if we walk down to the front, even if you're in the front, it's not like a typical movie theater where you're blasting and having to look up.
Yeah.
Have you ever gotten stuck on the
Yeah,
front
on
row?
that very front row, I don't like that. That's too close.
Nobody does.
Even though I'm blind,
Or few
as
people
a
do.
bat, there's a certain distance that I have to be. I can't be too close, and I can't be too far away. I have to find that
A happy medium?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just hard to find when you're blind. It's really hard to
Let
find.
me hold your arm.
Yeah.
Here, I'll escort you, dear.
But yeah, so I want to go there. I want hubby and I to have a date night and go do that.
I highly recommend it. It was so much fun.
It does sound like a lot of phone. We're off.
We're gonna go back.
We're both off. Well, he's off until next Wednesday. I am only off tomorrow through Sunday, but I feel like we can cram a day of
Oh yeah.
date.
Like I said,
relaxation. That'll be our gift to each other. We did the concert and we got that gym downstairs. That's our gift to each other. And I said, you better not get me anything for Christmas because I didn't get him anything. And if he breaks the rule, I'm gonna be really upset. I mean, very upset because that was the agreement, and I don't want to be over there and him going, oh, by the way, I got you something, and then I'm like, I stuck to it and didn't get you anything, and now I feel bad. Let me go see if I can still find something in the cabinet that you haven't seen and put it in a bag.
We've been doing that for a while, trying to.
Not buy each other gifts?
Or buy minimal, very minimal.
Mhm.
And then, of course, when the big things hit, and we all know they hit, then you go pick out, what you want. When you got to have a new air conditioner, for example, which we had to have last year.
And you had to have a new roof at some point, didn't you?
At some point.
What happened?
What roof are you?
You said you were building a house or something, and one of the first things was that.
Oh,
recently?
No.
Okay, I thought that was recent.
We built this. You mentioned that someone had walked through your ceiling.
Yes. So Andy, former co-host, but still, part of the show.
Yeah.
He has number one restoration, and he detects. He can come in and detect moisture and mold and mildew growth,
leaks and that kind of stuff.
Leaks and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do happen to have that stuff, if you have mold or mildew or any of that stuff growing, he can
extract
especially if you have
it.
like a flood or something. Once you have the flood, the water's gotten up, you still have to treat it or the mold will grow.
Yeah.
And he does fire restoration and all that stuff. So he said, well, I'll just come by there and I'll check it out for you because we have a room in the house that all of a sudden, out of nowhere, started smelling like kind of moldy, mildewy. He went in there with his little, I don't know, it looks like a big thermometer, and he said basically that's what it is. He touched the wall, rolled it all over the wall, did another little thing, tested the air, no moisture, no mold, no nothing. Not really sure why it
What's
smells
happening
like
there?
that. There was a rug that I bought off a marketplace. It was like for the playroom, and she said she had washed it. And I wondered when he was there, I said, I wonder, I did buy the only thing that has different about that room now compared to a while back when it was summertime is that I bought this rug. So let me take the rug out and leave the room like it is for a little while and see if it still
that makes a
smells
difference.
that way.
Yeah.
When I get home, I'm going to sniff around and see if
Okay.
it smells better. I'll know that it was the rug. If it does no change, then I'll know that I got to come up. But he said if there's no change, he's going to come back and do some kind of mold, mildewy, odor fogger thing
Treatment.
that's supposed to help. But
Yep.
he said the stuff that you get like at Home Depot and Lowe's does not work. Or if it does, it'll work for a minute.
Minimal.
But
yeah.
he's going to do it. So we pulled the attic stairs down and he walked upstairs through the attic and was just checking to see if there was
anything obvious,
wet or obvious.
Right.
I said, well, God, please don't fall through. And he said, speaking of, my son fell through. He said that his son fell through their attic the other day. And he was up there looking around for something, and he fell through it. And then you said that same thing had happened to you one time, and I was just like, oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
I think it's commonplace. My friend, my bestie in Tampa, a couple of years ago, her husband was up around in their attic, and he fell through their attic into the garage. And she said he was just dangling. He said all he saw were Wes's feet hanging down.
Yeah.
And
Help me.
It's so comedy, I couldn't help but laugh about it. It was hilarious.
Well, I was just telling you about when we built our house up in Jemison. This would have probably been in 2002. We started in it like mid 01 and finished in early 02. Mm-hmm. But what happens is, you're walking up there on the joist, the ceiling joist, and there's nothing in between them. So, you know, you've got 16 inches, and then you've got basically most houses, you have sheetrock. And so our insulation guy was up there doing his thing. And it just a slight misstep, or you just slip, and boom, his foot came right through the ceiling. Now, I wasn't there when he did it, but, you know, they told us about it. And so you can still see the repair, you know, 23 years later, which what I was saying was I actually almost demanded they do the whole ceiling over again in that room, because I knew my experience as an insurance adjuster, I knew it wasn't going to be perfect, you know, perfect match. But I didn't. I didn't. I made it work. And my father-in-law used to say things about imperfections, you know. And
excuse me.
God bless you.
Thank you.
My father-in-law used to say about imperfections, you know, when you saw them, or you knew they were there and you had guests over. He said, if somebody says something to them, just tell them, well, y'all looking too close. You know, don't be looking at it. It's not for you to see. That's my problem.
Hold that thought, because on the other side of that, I saw my daughter sent me something that is so me. When it comes to having people over, and I laughed so hard because it's the truth. So y'all stay with us. We're not done entertaining you yet. You're listening to Teresa and Mike, broadcasting live from the Clanton Tractor Studio. We'll be right back.
The perfect way to unwind, compete, and have fun with friends or family? Then Putter Up Pelham is your next destination. Coming this June. Whether you're a mini golf pro or just out for a good time, Putter Up offers a one-of-a-kind indoor putting experience with custom effects lighting, sounds, and robotics at each hole. Plus, automated scoring and a virtual caddy to guide your game. And our ADA-compliant courses include special putters for individuals using wheelchairs or walkers. So everyone can join the fun from ages 4 to 100. Rain or shine, day or night, it's always game time at Putter Up. Come for the fun. Stay for the challenge. Swing by Putter Up, where every stroke counts. Need reliable towing or diesel repair? Mem's Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair has you covered. We specialize in light and heavy duty towing and recovery with the latest equipment for any job, from campers and tractor trailers to winch box recoveries, and the only local-based rotator in the county. We do it all. Our diesel repair services include computer diagnostics, engine rebuilds, transmission and clutch work, and general maintenance. Trust Mem's Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair for top-notch service. Call us at 205-217-1984. Some family traditions begin with an ending. Lasting family legacies are established at Martin Funeral Home, where for over 100 years, we have served the families in our community. Bobby, Donnie, Norma, and our family at Martin Funeral Home would like to express our sincere gratitude for allowing us to serve your family. Every life story deserves the perfect setting. We are here to make that happen for you and your loved one. We offer traditional funeral home services, and we are now excited to be the home of the first crematory in Clanton, Alabama. Our goal is to serve our families no matter what their needs are. Martin Funeral Home, serving Chilton County since 1921. Please give us a call at 205-755-3550.
From all of our family at Wood Surfside Marina, we want to wish you a very merry and blessed Christmas and a happy new year. And yes, a pontoon boat does fit in Santa's sleigh. Are you tired of big box stores where you're just another number? You deserve better. Furniture that's built to last from people who treat you like family. At Farmers Home Furniture in Clanton, we do things differently. As an employee-owned company, we take pride in personal service. We'll listen to what you need and help you find the perfect piece for your home from trusted, top-notch name brand. Whether it's a cozy sofa for movie nights, a dining set built for real life, or a recliner that melts the stress away, we've got you covered. Don't settle for less. Experience the difference at Farmers Home Furniture in Clanton, where you're not just a customer, you're family. back. The time is 7:51. You're listening to Teresa and Mike here on Piper Peach Radio, broadcasting live from the Clayton Tractor Studio. We were talking off air about falling through roofs.
Yeah.
Because we could. I told you to hold that thought about, looking too closely. But
Yeah.
go back to that story that you told us off air, because that's it's funny, but it kind of has
with
a
the hog farmer.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Talk about the hog farmer.
Well, I was a claims adjuster for almost 9 years with Alpha Insurance down in Montgomery, and catastrophes happen all over the state. I guess it was a tornado or something happened up around Calhoun County, and I was outside of Rainbow City, and I went to, of course, Alpha being the Farmers Association, they have a lot of farms insured. So this farmer had reported some damage to his barn. So I showed up, and back in those days, by the way, also I forgot to add that I was wearing a nice coat and tie. That was
Like you are today.
That was
minus the tie.
minus the tie. But that was the expectation back then. This was probably in the late 80s, early 90s. I don't remember exactly when, but I got to this man's house, and he was a hog farmer. I didn't know what kind of farmer he was. I mean, I didn't know the man. I was kind of in a different part of the state than I normally work.
Mm-hmm.
And so there was only one way to access this barn, and it was huge. I mean, I would say at least 300. It was like a football field under a roof. I mean, it was a big operation, and it was, of course, a really nice guy, and he had a lot of workers there. And he's telling me where it is, and I could walk around the side of the barn. I could kind of see it on the far end. I mean, like I say, it's like looking 100 yards down the field. And he said, "This is where you need to access the roof." So I accessed the roof with my ladder. I got up on it, and it's metal, and I'm walking along the ridge is the apex of the roof, the top of it. And I'm walking along, and suddenly I take a step, and there's no roof holding me up.
Oh,
My leg comes through the metal panels, the roofing panels, and I think I told you somehow I cut my leg, but I did not tear my pants. I don't know how that happened. It doesn't really matter, I guess, but that's what happened. But I had my cameras, hung around my neck. I had my notebook in my hand. But I didn't drop any of it, nothing. And I'm just, when you describe your friend's feet dangling, I remembered that's probably what I look like. So I was literally like this, the roof is here, and I'm holding on for dear life. And I'm like, okay, well, I got to get up. So
how did you get up? I mean, how did you just
push
push
yourself
yourself up?
Yeah, you push yourself up. And,
Oh, my gosh.
I weighed a lot less than I did, now. So it was a little lighter and easier to do. But I was able to get up, dust off a little bit. I knew my leg was hurting. And I walked on down, of course, a little more carefully, trying not to step through anything again. You just don't expect. I was trying to work on, like on a metal roof, they call them purlins. They're just like rafters. But anyway, so I'm walking on the purlins, or trying to stay on them, do my measurements, get my photos, come back, get down, start talking to the man. I told him, I said, "I'm so sorry. I also caused some damage." I told him what happened. And he just got this look on his face. He said, "Son, you just don't know how lucky you were." I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "If you'd fallen all the way through, you'd have fallen right in where my prize hogs are." And he said, "They would have probably eaten you alive."
And he was being dead serious.
Oh, yeah. I guess I would say, I hope, when I fell the 15 or 20 feet, whatever it was, that maybe I'd die, first. But that didn't happen. Here I am this morning, and we're doing the morning show.
Hogs, that's where the term, the porkies, they were called the porkies.
The porkers. These were huge. You're talking 700-800 pound hogs. So I mean, just the kind that you get a lot of bacon off of.
Goodness gracious, that is, even hearing it now is kind of like, ooh, that was a close call.
Well, like I said, we could do a whole show about insurance adjusters and the things they run into.
My crazy self, I decided that hubby's closet. So the house is 3 bedrooms upstairs and 2 rooms that have been converted into 2 bedrooms, I guess. And at one point, the master bedroom was downstairs. It was used as a master bedroom.
Yeah.
And the girls had the rooms upstairs, and one of the girls had the master bedroom that has its own bath inside it. Well, at one point the house was going to be sold, and then for whatever reason, hubby decided he was going to keep it, and he just paid the equity to his ex. Well, he took back over the upstairs master bedroom, but the closet never got cleaned out from when his daughter lived in it or slept there and was using the room. And so I decided I was going to get in that closet and make room because there was tons of boxes and just stuff that, like a young girl would have. So I got all that stuff, and we don't have like a little step ladder, which is really what I need.
Yeah.
So I took one of the chairs from the dining room table and pushed it into the closet because it's counter height table. It's not one like this. It's, higher. And I get in that chair and I'm reaching over and I pick up something that's just a little heavier than me and, or had me off balance, let's put it that way. And the chair rocked. And the next thing I know, that chair flipped. And I flipped with it. And we all came tumbling down. Me,
Ouch.
the chair, everything that I had in my hands. And I am still sore. I haven't checked really to see if I have any bruises.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I do. And I was so aggravated. For that one moment, I forgot that I'm a child of God.
That happens sometimes.
Some words may have escaped my mouth. Not the ultimate word, but some words.
Right.
Oh my gosh, I was so upset too. And I had to get out. Had to shake it off, had to regroup because that just about sent me into a different person. I was about to act out. But I didn't. I calmed down. I picked everything back up again. Uprighted the chair that I, first of all, have no business standing in and using it as a ladder anyway. That's not what it's used for.
That's right.
But, that was all I had. So, and being short does not help me at all. I mean, and it's okay when you're like, can you get that off the top shelf for me? And, and it's great. But when you really need something off the top shelf and you can't get it and there's nobody there to help you, you have to be innovative. You have to come up with
creative
your own solutions.
There you go.
And chairs usually work. And especially that one because it's taller. Yeah. So, that's one investment we're going to have to make is some kind of step ladder so that I can get into stuff without.
Your husband's listening, then maybe he could get you that one gift.
Yeah, I did fall off of a ladder. In my other house, I had, there was a storage barn type building out behind it. And it had the loft thing in it. And I had a bunch of my Christmas boxes and stuff up on the top. I didn't want them down below because, if it got wet down there, I didn't want any of my stuff to get. Not all of them were plastic bins. Some of them were cardboard. And there was a ladder in there, and I had so much stuff piled up, and I could only get the ladder legs to go out so far. And I was like, well, that looks sturdy enough. It'll be fine.
I guess it wasn't.
It was not fine.
It was not fine.
It was not fine. I was trying to get this box off the top of the thing, and I just about had it. I had it where it was like sitting on my fingertips. And
balanced.
I was just about to bring it down, and when I did, I lost my grip on it, and it fell, and it threw me into a forward motion. And to stop myself from falling, I thought I was going to grab that loft eave and stop me and right me back up. No, I kept going. My arm went backwards this way. I went forward, and when I tell you I fell, and I fell in such a way, I was stuck. Like I could not get out. I was so stuck, and I was screaming bloody murder. My son happened to be home at the time.
How old was he?
He, at the time, was 20.
Okay, so he could definitely help.
One, maybe? Yeah, I think he was like 21. Yeah, 20, 21. And he heard me screaming. He came out there barefoot, running. Mom! And I was like, help me, I'm stuck. And I mean, he gets out there. He was scared to death. He's like, when he heard the commotion. So when I'm screaming, he was already trying to get out there. And he saw me and he saw that I was okay, and he couldn't help but kind of get a little giggle, But I'm gonna tell you, I tore my arm up. I mean, my shoulder. Still. Now, I had already had frozen shoulder in that arm, and whatever I did to it then, now I cannot raise my arm all the way to this day. It is like stuck in one, like this one, I can go all the way up. This one, it's like,
You're like this.
It's like, it kind of like that. And, but it was like, now that we look back on it, one of my friends said, I'm an independent female. I don't need no man. I can do everything on my own. I can do it myself. And then he was like, how's that working out for you? I was like, well, obviously not too well.
Oh.
Because I would not.
Even that has its limits.
I could have asked for help, and I didn't. Instead, I got out there and tried to do it my own self, which is what I normally do anyway. And here's the thing. You would think I'd learn my lesson. It never ends well when I try to do that, obviously. I'm always falling. Something's always happening. But every time, I go right back and say, I'm going to do this again. I'm going to try it one more time.
Oh, man.
Oh, goodness gracious. But, yeah, what I was going to say about paying attention.
Looking too close.
My kids get on me because anytime I'm about to have company, I do this weird mass cleaning thing where I want to clean out from under beds. I want to do the baseboards and, make sure everything is clean.
When your guests are going to look under your bed.
He said, right. So she sent me this thing, and it says, hey, how you doing? And they're diving up underneath the bed to check and see what's under the bed. They're getting a magnifying glass and looking at this, at the baseboards, or, the white glove down the banister, making sure.
Chris, we could probably use a little dusting in here. Go ahead, though.
I mean, and it was so funny. She was like, what every mom thinks guests do when they come over during the holidays. And that's why we're doing this weird cleaning thing. I can guarantee you that's not happening. Now, I will take my little vacuum cleaner. I'll go around the corners, and I noticed the downstairs bathroom keeps getting these cobwebs in there. So I'm going to go attack those when I get home today.
Get you a broom.
Get me a little broom and get that organized.
Yeah.
And, I'm just not... I've got so much to do, and I keep thinking, do I really have to do it, though? Is it a have to, or is it because I've just got this internal thing that's I'm not going to be satisfied until I do type of thing, which is, I went through this whole, I'm going to clean out this closet. Yeah, I didn't have to do it that day. Why did I pick the week before Christmas or less than a week before Christmas to decide that I was going to tackle that big project?
Yeah. Because
now I have a whole other room that's a spare bedroom that's got boxes stacked up halfway to the wall because I don't have anywhere to put any of that stuff.
Well, that's where you put it.
That's where I put it.
For the time being.
And the downstairs room is where the guests stay just because they have their own private bathroom.
Yeah.
And all that.
Downstairs.
Yeah, it's downstairs. Like, they don't have to worry about if they want to watch TV right now. Like the bedrooms are back to back. So our master bedroom the wall is back. So we keep the TV pretty loud in there. So if somebody were to go in there, even if they had their TV on, we'd be overlapping TVs. And I was just like, let's just keep it downstairs.
Oh yeah, that's better.
And that room is just a spare room in case, somebody just has to stay.
Your in-laws' room.
Yeah. No, the in-law room was downstairs. Jeff's mom came.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that's what we were still talking about downstairs. You're talking about the third room upstairs.
Yeah, the third room upstairs.
I'm sorry, my bad.
Downstairs room is really kind of an in-law.
Yeah, got it, right.
It's a bigger room. You got your own. And I say that bathroom's not in that bedroom, but it's still private. I mean, you have the whole downstairs. There's nothing down there.
Well, over the years, we have a basement about I would say maybe a 2/3 basement, not a full basement. But we've worked on it, and now it's just an apartment down there.
Yeah.
I mean, you got washer and dryer, kitchen. I mean, it's full-fledged.
Really?
Yeah. That's where our daughter's living right now, and they may live with us for a little while once they get married. I don't know yet. I don't know if they know for sure yet. but we think that's a possibility. But
There's
it's
nothing wrong
hey,
with
it's
that.
oh,
as
it's
long as
ready to
they're
go.
working towards something.
Oh yeah, they are, and like I
Yeah.
said, their daughter's getting her master's. She's I think got maybe 2 more years. I believe I'm right. And Luke, I think he may be trying to get his master's too. So they still have some education they want to get.
I want to go back to the Birmingham Southern thing.
Okay.
He went to Birmingham
He
Southern.
he was a tennis player there.
And here's the thing: what happened to all those scholarships and college money that people invested in to get an education? And then they just like, oh well, we don't have any more money. Sorry,
Well,
we're closing up shop. I mean,
it left a lot of
can you
people
just
scrambling.
Do that?
Well, I guess they can. I mean, they did it.
Was that not like? Did that not happen once before to that same school? Had they been in financial dire straits for a minute?
I think they have been.
Yeah.
Yes, and there was one particular president that the story I read. I don't know any of this.
I
I've
don't
never.
really know any background.
I
much.
I was on that campus a couple times working on claims, believe it or not, way back. But anyway, they had a president there that kind of made some questionable financial decisions. They invested a bunch of money in things. There was some crime. There was I think there was I don't know if it was a murder or something in one of their students, and so their answer was to build an 8-foot fence all the way around that campus. That's a pretty big campus, so that was a huge expense. Most college campuses don't have fences around them, but they do. They did, and
That's an odd thing.
but I guess that's probably
kinda
a
odd.
relatively small drop in the bucket, so to speak.
Well, have you priced fencing?
Well, no, I haven't, but
that was a problem.
Not in a while, at
Somebody
least.
got the materials plus the labor to do that.
oh yeah. But then they made some
Wow.
other questionable calls and got them in some financial straits or dire straits, but they weren't able to recover. Most of these universities, they have endowments, where people donate money, and I don't know exactly how they work, but
Well,
it's
that's
kind of like money set back, for
and
what
that
if.
college has had a lot of people go through.
Oh,
there
yeah,
over
that's
the course of time. That was one of the
At the time, it was probably
older.
the elite. It was probably the
Yeah.
closest thing we had to an Ivy League school in Alabama.
yeah. 'Cause when
you
people
know,
say,
there-
I went to Birmingham Southern. You're like, whoa.
But your question was about scholarships and things,
Mhm,
because like I said, Luke had a scholarship there, and I don't know exactly all the details, but it left all these students scrambling. They basically had to go and fend for themselves, and Luke was able to get in with Sanford, and I don't know exactly what type of scholarship he was able to get, but he was able to get one, which allowed him to finish his education.
that's
He
good.
went, I think it's 3 years, and he finished 1 year, maybe it was 2.5 and 1.5, or something like
Mhm.
that. The timing as far as how long he went to Sanford. But it's like his mom said the other day, she said, I'm a Sanford Bulldog, now. So,
Jamie went there. That's where Jamie went.
They were
played
happy.
baseball there.
well, that's his mom's name too,
Mhm.
Jamie.
So yeah. I was like, gosh. I mean, when a college just
Shuts the doors.
What have they done with that building? Anything? It's just still sitting there.
There was some discussion. I think Miles College tried to buy it. Maybe Alabama A&M
Really?
was going to put
Okay.
a satellite campus
I
there.
think I do
But I
remember
don't
that,
think
maybe.
I don't think
That's
well, all
never
those
been
deals fell
done.
through.
Mhm.
That's a lot of buildings, like you said. To
Yeah.
get even close to what those buildings are quote worth, that would be hundreds of millions of dollars, I would think.
Yeah. Grape just sent me or Ricky just sent me something. This is like
What did he
what?
send?